Rebellious Studio presents the Mind Body Podcast with your host, Maria Angelova. Hey, Rebels, and welcome to the Mind Body Podcast, your rebellious podcast with me, your host, Maria, where it is all about a strong body, calm mind, healing, and fully living. And today we have a very special guest, as always, my dear friend and colleague, Mark McKenzie. Hello, Mark. How are you?
Maria, I am blessed every day. Thank you for asking. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited to have you here, Mark. So Mark's nickname is the Mayor, and we're going to get into that in a second, because Mark knows everybody. And I had the privilege of meeting Mark actually to a special mutual friend. So thank you, friend. And I do have to say it is great to have a tribe of brilliant, passionate, fun people. And Mark happens to be one of those people for me, Mark. And Mark, I'm very excited to talk about a topic that is a passion of yours. And before we dive into that, let's start with who Mark is, other than the mayor. Give us 3 words that tell us a little bit about you, with a little bit of a backstory for each.
3 words would be family, connections, and friends.
Give us a little bit of a backstory behind each.
And so what it is family is I'm a number 6 out of 10 children. So I work with my family every day in the family-owned business, and we just celebrated 48 years in business in June.
Congratulations.
Connections are what it's all about. Is connect with enough quality people and help those individuals with other connections, and basically you'll get those blessings in return. So that's it. And friends, it's all about making friends. My dad said, if you want to go out and sell something to somebody, go out and make friends first, and then the sales will come. So some wise words from my father.
Relationships, right? The importance of
That's
relationships.
Right.
And Mark, you are, I would say, an expert in networking and building relationships and supporting people. And as I mentioned, you have a big undertaking that is also related to networking and creating relationships, but it also has a very noble cause. And I'll let you take over and tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, so it's called Golf for the Kids. It's a golf tournament that benefits Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and the Aflac Cancer Center for blood and disorders, cancer, and it basically it helps to battle childhood cancer, is what our tournament is all about. The first $15,000 we raise is earmarked for the Canine for Kids program. So if you see a dog named Olaf walking the halls at Children's Healthcare, that is actually our first dog that we helped get into that program. So Olaf is near and dear to my heart, and so is this tournament. We're celebrating our 17th year of existence and supporting the battle against childhood cancer. And it is near and dear to my heart. I'm not the founder. I'm just a co-chair. The founder is actually a good friend of mine named Angie Rakup. And she started this about 17 years ago, kind of on a whim, just to help kids with cancer. And in her second year, I decided I would help her with sponsorship. Basically, I gave her a sponsorship. I also played in the tournament, and our company, my brothers and I, own a DocuMax digital printing, and our companies provided all the printing, the signage, and the banners for this tournament as part of our sponsorship. And that was 15 years ago, and we've been going strong ever since. So,
congratulations on that. Mark, you guys are entrepreneurs. You have a big company that has been in existence for a long time, and you also big about serving. And I will tell you that's something that I'm big about: serving others, serving clients, serving friends, serving relationships. Talk a little bit, as an entrepreneur, the importance of supporting causes which maybe personally important to you, or finding causes that you're passionate about, and how that ties to entrepreneurship, and I would say also growing as an individual.
Right. So, first of all, like I said, I was raised in a very large family. There are 10 children. I have 6 brothers and 3 sisters. And it was all about being responsible for each other and also the community that we're surrounded by. And that's part of being an entrepreneur is, the community gives you an opportunity to do business, make a living, support your family. And it's important that we give back to our community and we find something that is near and dear to our hearts, and we give back. And not everybody has millions and millions of dollars to give. So I have time, and that is one of the most valuable things that anybody has to offer is their own personal time. And it's important that we give back to the community. It not only helps grows our community into a better place, but it also helps grow my business as well as my clients' business, their businesses. And so it's always important to stop and think about what we can do to improve our community. And something my father used to always preach to us was, in order to be a difference or to make a difference, you have to be that difference. And that means that you have to step up and be a leader, or you have to step up and do what's right and find a cause that you're passionate about and give it your thoughts, energy, dollars, time. And that's what's important. And every entrepreneur should do that. I don't think every entrepreneur does, but you look around the city of Atlanta and we have a lot of quality organizations and a lot of quality individuals that give back to our community, and not only in dollars, but in time and energy and support. And that's what makes the city of Atlanta such a great place to be and live. So
I think something important that you brought up, Mark, is you said you have time, and that's what you give, right? Because sometimes maybe you can support with finances. Sometimes you have time. Sometimes you have talent that is needed.
that's right.
You have something that you're going to, sometimes it's compassion, a kind word, right? Volunteer, whatever it is. There's so many ways that you can find to contribute. And I agree with you. I think that is what I always tell my clients is I give you something, but you give me so much more because you fuel my passion, you fuel my purpose, and it drives me to be better as a person, better as a coach. And then when I am better, I can serve my clients better, I can serve my community better, I can serve my family better. It becomes a trickling effect, and then we serve from a cup that's full, and we're overflowing with passion, compassion, abundance, and we go after causes which are near and dear to all of us. I think sadly, many people, I think, my dad passed away from cancer. Cancer touches many lives, sadly. And what a noble thing to do it for kids, to support kids.
Well, it is. And one of the things is we have a advisory board member, Brian Rudolph, who has helped us with our website pretty much since the very beginning. And he is battling a brain tumor currently as we speak. And so cancer touches so many lives, and not just the individuals that we deal with every day, but there's families that, there's children in children's healthcare that are in the cancer center, and basically their whole families are battling, not just the children, but their brothers, their sisters, their mothers, their parents, their grandparents, their aunts, uncles. They're all battling that same battle against cancer. And, the sad part about it is Children's Healthcare is a great organization and does wonderful things and produces miracle after miracle. But some days the children don't win their battles, and so their families lose. And that's the sad part about life in general is we have to stop and remember that not everybody wins, but raising donating $20 to a cause to fight the battle is just as important as the time, the energy, and that those little steps help us to win the battle. We may not win the war, but we can win the battle, and that's what's so important.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, as somebody whose dad went through cancer, you're absolutely right. I mean, there's no way it doesn't affect you. I can't even imagine a kid going through that. Because there is a lot that goes into it. And, some people make it and some people don't. My dad did not win the fight.
Right.
And it's a lot. It is a lot. And I think going back to what we're talking about, the power of community, of knowing that you have people who support you.
Right.
Cancer can be very financially draining for families. Some don't have insurance, some don't have good insurance, some don't have insurance that covers certain procedures and so forth. And it's a daunting task because, of course, you want to do the best that you can for your loved one, and finances are a part of it. So knowing that you have a whole community behind you to support you, it offers such a much needed relief at a time when it's needed.
Exactly. And those are, one of the things about it is our healthcare, and I have a good friend that says this all the time, our healthcare is broken. Our healthcare system is broken. We need to fix it. We need to make healthcare affordable for all. So when a battle like this comes to someone's front door, they're able to fight it without losing their home and everything else, because it is expensive, and people aren't able to work. Families aren't able to provide for their families because of this battle. And it's so important that we help where we can. And like I said, we raised $66,000 last year, and that's it's a small amount of money in the bucket, but every little bit helps. It's so important that we find a cause, whether it's cancer or whether it's Alzheimer's or anything that is near and dear to your heart. Find a cause, go out and support the battling of that cause, and find a way to where you can be that difference. Go out there and make a difference and be that difference, and that's what it's really all about. So that's my philosophy. Someone may disagree with me, but I'm stuck on it. So it'll be a big battle between you and whoever, or me and whoever, if you disagree. So
well, you know what? I think it is totally fine to have different opinions, and I think we grow as people when we respect different opinions. So my personal opinion is we have to get a little bit less sensitive about having different opinions. It is totally not to be different and unique, and have different causes that you support. For one might be cancer, for somebody Alzheimer's, for somebody women's rights or homelessness or education or whatever it is. There is no right and wrong. Whatever works for you and whatever you're passionate about, go after that and support.
Well, Mark, that's what's so good about living in America. I'm just saying we're free to choose, and that's one of the benefits and the blessings we all have. So,
and the power of choice. That is a different topic. And you did bring up the need to change healthcare. I think that's a whole other huge conversation I'm personally very passionate about, because there are so many opportunities to better things. I think we're unfortunately very far away from seeing the improvements, but that's a hot topic and a whole other conversation. How can we help and support you and your efforts for Go for the Kids, Mark?
Well, first of all is just being aware that we have one of the best children's hospitals in the country, and they do need your help. I know that Mr. Blank, Arthur Blank, has donated $200 million to help build their facility on North Druid Hills and 85 North. But it's a constant battle. There are opportunities to help that battle, and whether it is with your time, volunteering, your dollars, your money, and for us, it's about taking time out of your day and going out and playing around the golf and enjoying that life and that opportunity. And so we're always looking for sponsors to help us with our cause. We're always looking for volunteers, and we're also looking for donations. You know, even if, like I said, even if it is $25 or $10 or $10,000, we're still looking for that. We're trying to make a difference, and every little bit helps, and that's what it's all about. You could go to our website, which is www.golfforthekids.com, and there's a donation link to where you can click and make a donation. I think we still have a couple of sponsorship foursomes available. So if there's anyone out there that is thinking about sponsoring, wanting to sponsor and actually bring a foursome to play, we still have one or two available. And as of today, it may be different tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not hard selling anybody.
Check the website. Mark,
Yeah.
tell people when is the date. Give us a little bit more details about
Yeah.
that.
So we are playing at Bears Best in Duluth, and it is in Gwinnett, and it is October the 23rd. We basically start around 9 o'clock in the morning, and it should be done no later than 4 o'clock after the celebration, the in the tournament barbecue. So
October 23rd. So mark your calendars, check the website, goforthekids.com, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and help make this event bigger and better and greater for the kids and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. I do have to tell you, when my daughter was 1, she had a medical issue. We were in the hospital in Children's Healthcare for a week, and they were amazing at a time when, you know, when your kid is not feeling well and you don't know what's going on. As a parent, you are, I can start crying. You are losing your mind. And you have the nurses and the staff who are there supporting you and being there for you. It really makes a difference.
It
So
does.
yeah.
It does. And and like I said, it's one of the best children's hospitals in the country. And knowing that, it does cost a little bit of money to support that and still continue to have that in our city. So that's one of the great blessings Atlanta has, is that hospital. So you're correct. And having your children, I'm blessed. My son went there, I think, when he broke his wrist many years ago. But other than that, that's the only time that we've had to visit. But I know many families that visit, and they're very appreciative of the hospital staff and the organization.
Yeah. So goforthekids.com. Please, guys, check that out and find out ways that you can support. Like Mark said, if you love to play golf, join and enjoy a day of golf for a good cause, for a great cause. If you want to volunteer your time, if you want to donate, if you would like to sponsor, there are plenty of opportunities to get involved. So hop on those. All right, Mark, let's see. Let's give us a piece of, you are a very successful entrepreneur. We didn't really talk much about your business, but you, I gotta say, you're inspirational. You are that guy that everybody knows, the mayor, and you do it with such ease and such pleasure, and you're such fun to be around. Give us a piece of advice or a favorite quote or something to inspire us to live life full and appreciate and be grateful for the blessings each day, the way you started.
Well, you know, part of it is something that many years ago, I was in Atlanta JC, which is the Atlanta Junior Chamber of Commerce. Ted Turner is actually also a fellow at Atlanta JC, and he presented at one of our annual banquets, and I had the opportunity to meet with Ted, but I was given an award, and Ted presented it to me. But he used to have a little plaque on his desk that used to say lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. And I think that that's something that has always stuck with me for many years. My father used to say something very similar to that. And his comment at the end is if you're following, you're looking at a lot of behinds, and clean way to say that. And so it's better to be a leader because you don't have to look at those nasty behinds. And the thing about it is it's always stuck with me. And like I said, is to be the difference, you have to make a difference, and that's really the important part of life in control, in trying to control the outcome of what you perceive your passions are and your goals. So
I actually like that. I'm going to write this down: to make a difference, be the difference. That resonates with me. And was it lead forward, get out of the way?
Yeah. Lead, follow, or get the heck out of the way. That's it is, and it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. So and if you want to achieve your goals, you have to be a leader. So but you also have to turn around and give a helping hand every once in a while. So that's important as well.
And you know what? It's interesting that you separated the two, because through my personal growth, I have realized that the more you lend a hand, the better of a leader you are. So they're really not mutually exclusive. Leadership really goes to, I think one of the best words for leadership is serving. I think if you serve with a full heart and pure intent to help others, I think that elevates you up there and puts you in a whole different category, because you can be a leader purely based on title and position, but you really want to be the type of leader that people are inspired and influenced positively and want to follow, versus they have to follow you because of your title or who you are.
Yeah. Well, I was attended a parochial school, Catholic parochial school, as a child, and the nuns used to, and I say this, beat it into us that it's better to give than receive, and that is one of the things that it truly is. It's better to give, because when you, like you said earlier, when you give in abundance and the other people receive that, it not only improves their lives, but it improves the area that you're surrounded by. So it improves your life as well. And so it is better to give than receive, because you will receive at the end. You'll receive those blessings like in abundance.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Mark, I can't let you go without you telling me what your definition of rebellious is.
Well, it's basically being true to oneself is really what it is my thought is that people tell me what I need to do, what they think I should do, but it has to be me that decides what I want to do and how I want to achieve those things. So it's believing in yourself and doing what's right by yourself.
I like that. I agree with you.
Thank you.
Mark, where can people connect with you, find you? You already mentioned the website, goforthekids.com. Any other places where people can follow you? Maybe they would like to use your digital print services.
Yes. So our website is www.docqmax.com. That's DOCQMAX.com. But I spend majority of my time on social media is on LinkedIn, because that's where my business clients are and my friends and connections. And I do have Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, but mostly those are personal, and I may only get on them once or twice a month. So it's if you want to connect with me, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn as well, and I'll be more than happy to connect.
Thank you, Mark. Mark, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for sharing your passion with us. And I would say thank you for supporting this amazing cause. Yes, like I said, I can get emotional about that. I do think it's a cause that's near and dear to many. Thank you for all that you do. Thanks for being here with us, you Rebels. If you have any questions related to the event or anything else you'd like to ask Mark, you know where to ask them. Please help us spread the word, share information about the event, and help the organization reach their goals. I appreciate you listening in. Mark, thanks again for being here. And you guys, remember to stay rebellious. We'll see you next time. Can't get enough of those rebellious conversations? Do make sure you subscribe, like, and share